जयो यमुना तीरवनचारी, जयो कुंज बिहारी, जयो कुंज बिहारी। जयो राधा माधव, जयो कुंज बिहारी, जयो जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा, श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्ता वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे हरे प्रभुपाद 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 जयो जयो प्रभुपाद। जयो विष्णुपाद पद्महंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशत इस डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna, everybody. I would like to welcome you all for our today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Canto 3 entitled The Creation, the Status Quo, and chapter number 20th entitled as Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. And today we're going to read out from text number 51 and 52. So, do you have on your phone? No? Text number 51 and 52. Okay, text number 51 we will read together, and 52 I will read by myself. Aho eta jagat shrishtaha sukritam batate kritam patishtistaha kriya yasmin sakam anam adam hi। अहो एता जगत् सृष्टः सुकृतं बताते कृतं पस्तिष्ठः क्रिया यस्मिन् साकाम अनम अदाम ही अहो एता जगत् सृष्टः सुकृतं बताते कृतं प्रतिष्ठः क्रिया यस्मिन् साकाम अनम अदम ही प्लीज अहो एता जगत् सृष्टः सुकृतं बताते कृतं प्रतिष्ठितः क्रिया यस्मिन् साकम अनम अदम ही सुकृतं बताते कृतं प्रतिष्ठितः क्रिया यस्मिन् सकाम अनम अदम ही माताजीस अहो एता जगत् सृष्टः सुकृतं बताते कृतं प्रतिष्ठितः क्रिया यस्मिन् साकाम अनम अदाम ही माताजीस अहो एता जगत् सृष्टः सुकृतं बताते कृतं प्रतिष्ठितः क्रिया यस्मिन् सकामनम अदम ही अहो एता जगत् सृष्टः सुकृतं बताते कृतं प्रतिष्ठितः क्रिया यस्मिन् सकामनाम अदाम हे word to word meaning अहो ओहो एतत् this jagat shrestha O creator of the universe sukritam well done bata indeed te by you kritam produced pratishtitah established soundly kriyaha all ritualistic performances Yasmin, in which Sakam, along with this, Anam, the sacrificial oblations, Adam, we shall share. He, oh, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation, they prayed, O Creator of the universe, we are glad what you have produced is well done. Since ritualistic acts have now been established soundly in this human form, we shall all share the sacrificial oblations. Purport. The importance of sacrifice is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, verse 10. The Lord confirms there that is the beginning of creation. Brahma created the Manus along with the ritualistic sacrificial method and blessed them. Continue these sacrificial rites and you will be gradually elevated to your proper position of self-realization and will also enjoy material happiness. All the living entities created by Brahma are conditioned soul and are inclined to lord it over material nature. The purpose of sacrificial rituals is to revive gradually the spiritual realization of the living entities. That is the beginning of life within this universe. These sacrificial rituals, however, are intended to please the Supreme Lord. Unless one pleases the Supreme Lord or unless one is Krishna consciousness, one cannot be happy either in material enjoyment or in spiritual realization. Text number 52. Tapasa vidyaya yukto yogena shushamadhina rishi keshaha sasraja bhita abhimataha prajaha. Translation. Having equipped himself with austere penance, adoration, mental concentration and absorption in devotion, accompanied by dispassion and having controlled his senses, Brahma, the self-born living creature, evolved great sages as his beloved sons. The ritualistic performances of sacrifice are meant for material economic development. In other words, they are meant to keep the body in good condition for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. But for actual attainment of spiritual knowledge, other qualifications are needed. What is essential is vidya, or worship of the Supreme Lord. Sometimes the word yoga is used to refer to the gymnastic performances of different bodily postures, which help mental concentration. Generally, the different bodily postures in the yoga system are accepted by less intelligent men to be the end of yoga. But actually, they are meant to concentrate the mind upon the super soul. After creating persons for economic development, Brahma created sages who would set the example for spiritual realization. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Anmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deen Bandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sutaya Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschate Deshatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, we are just one verse away to finish this chapter. This chapter has total 53 shlokas, and we have done till 52. So we are seeing here, it's a conversation going on between Maitreya Muni and Vidura. And throughout this whole chapter, we have seen that Lord Brahma, he has been also called Lord. Why? In one sense, because Lord, we usually refer to the Supreme Personality of God as Bhagwan. But he's also been called as a Lord. Why? Because he's also the secondary creator. He's also almost there, because the first primary creator is Bhagwan Shri Krishna himself, Swayam Bhagwan. And Brahmaji, he's partaking the role of as a servant of Lord Shri Krishna. Lord Krishna, when he was born, and Lord Brahma also been called as Swambhuva, himself born, because he has no mother. He came out of the lotus navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. See, he is also a living entity. Even though he's been called as Lord, like if you see throughout the whole Srimad Bhagavatam section, there are so many personalities, they have been called as Bhagwan, as Lord. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, sometime Lord Narada, or sometime one of his devotee has been called as Bhagwan. Why? Because they are worshipping, or they have captured the Bhagwan in their heart. We say, you are Karodpati. What does it mean? Are you the father of so many, are you the husband of so many wives? This is my Karodpati? No. What does it mean? You are having a possession of so many wealth. So you've been called as an honor. So when a pure devotee have a possession over the Lord, only pure devotee, not everybody, because Lord himself give to those people, those who are unalloyed devotion towards him. So they've been called as a Bhagwan because they are having an authority over Bhagwan. You cannot become an authority of Bhagwan unless he allows you. He only allows when he see the pure devotion in you. There's so many personalities, through their devotional life, they have purchased Lord Krishna with their pure devotion. And one of them is also here, Brahmaji. Brahmaji is also of another living entity. Yeah? But he was such an empowered and such a pure devotee of the Lord. When he was born, he himself was born, he wasn't ignorant. So what to speak about us? When we are born, we are completely ignorant. One time, what happened when I was in my Melbourne temple, and one of our brahmachari leader, Gopavindesh Prabhu, I was new there that time, and I saw there were so many people, they are celebrating their birthday. And how they do, they give a feast. They, on Saturday, Sunday, they give a feast, they bring so many Vaishnavas and they sponsor the feast, and they say, okay, that's how I'm going to celebrate. So I was a brahmachari, I just newly entered, maybe in 2-3 months, just been in the brahmachari ashram. And I was telling Prabhu, I also want to feed the Vaishnavas. And Prabhu was doing so much service throughout the whole day, preaching, deity worship, and so many things. He was fully tired. He was trying to finish his round in the night. He was completely tired. He says, no, you are a brahmachari, you should not do it. You just, be relaxed, no need to do all these things. And I was keep insisting him, no, I want to celebrate, I want to celebrate, I want to celebrate. Suddenly, he used such a brahmastra. And that brahmastra was so strong, it's in my heart. He says, you are born out of ignorance and you want to celebrate your ignorance? That was the last time I ever asked. He says, you are born of ignorance. Because all of us, whoever has taken birth in this material world, from Brahmaji to the ant, anybody comes in the material world, everybody is born out of ignorance. He says, you are born out of ignorance and you want to celebrate your ignorance, go back to sleep, get up early in the morning and do your rounds, do the worship. That was the last instruction, in that sense, and I never asked. And same thing happened to Brahmaji here. He came out, he saw everywhere there's a darkness. And he was looking for, who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I existing? So what should I do if I am existing now? So let me figure it out by my own self. He looked around everywhere, all the 4 corners, all the 4 zones, or you can say 10 zones, north, east, west, south, left, right, up and down, Everywhere he looked up and he found there is a stem, a lotus stem. He said, oh, I am sitting on this. Let me go and hold this thread and see where it goes. And Brahmaji, 1,000 years or maybe more than that, unlimited number of his time, not our time. His time, he searched, he was following the thread, he could not get the source. Finally, he got frustrated. He says, what I'm going to do, it's been so many years. I'm looking for my source. What is my purpose? Who's going to answer me? I'm the only one here. I'm the only one, then who's going to guide me? Then suddenly 2 words came. Do you know the words? Tapa. Austerity. He says, oh, austerity. Now I have to perform the austerity. And he started doing. And Lord Krishna, in the form of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he became pleased and he came and he gave him the darshan. And he gave him the darshan. And he shake hands also. And he tell, now I will impart you all the knowledge in your heart. Canto 1, chapter 1, verse number 1. Tene Brahma Hirdaya Adi Kaviye. That I gave the knowledge in the heart of Brahma. That's living entity. And he says, now you do the creation. Now you do the creation. And he became the secondary prominent demigods. A very powerful. Then he started creating so many other living entities, as we have read throughout the whole chapter. Kinnaras, Nagas, Ignorance, Shiva, and previously we saw the Chaturkumaras and so many Prajapatis, Manus, and so many things are coming. And now when he created the Manu also came out and he says, now you develop the race of human. But it's a very special species, as you know that. Being as a human, it's not by chance. It's a very special species. Because 8.4 million species of life, only that species, only alone. I'm not talking about the demigods and other things. Okay, they also come under 8.4 million species of life. But only the human form is so rare. Even the demigods pray to the Lord, my Lord, kindly give me human birth on the earthly planet so we can finish off the business of samsara, which is the cycle of birth and death. And what we have learned from this material world, oh my Lord, tell me something from the Vedas so I can become the demigod. So I can go to heavenly planet, I can enjoy so many opposite sex, and then again I can enjoy somaras. That's what we are asking, or what they are asking. I want to take birth on the earthly planet, and I don't want to enjoy, I don't want to have any position, because this human form of life is such a valuable thing that only you get it has been compared to a boat in an ocean. First of all, how many of you have swim in an ocean? If you have done, for how many hours? No matter how many a great swimmer you are, okay, in a swimming pool, because it is hardly 1 meter, or how much is that? 10 meter, 20 meter only lap. Not much. People say, oh yeah, I have done for 2 hours, 3 hours, but how much can you swim in an ocean? And how far can you go? If you go in the center, you don't find your shore where you can come out and take a rest. And that's what we are doing in this material world. Okay? And suddenly one boat comes, and that boat is called human birth. And when you get into that boat, you say, now I'm good. I'm on the boat. Let me go around, do some fishing. I can go around and see nice islands, nice beaches, and so many other fishing I can do. I can enjoy. And suddenly, you miss that boat, because that boat has got an expiry date. You miss out. And then again, you back in the pool of material existence. That's what this human birth is. You get this human birth to get out of this life. But what we do, we start enjoying our senses through different sources. Enjoyment to the eyes, enjoyment to the ears, enjoyment to the tongue, enjoyment to the stomach, enjoyment to the belly. We get engaged, and suddenly we find out, oh, this boat is going to go away from me. What am I going to do? Then we start coming to the temple or inquiring what to do now at the end of my life. That was here Brahmaji is saying, the main purpose of being as a human, to do what? Rich sacrifice. He says, ki now you human, I did sacrifice for the pleasure, and sacrifice has to be done for whom? For Lord Krishna. So I did for Lord Krishna, he blessed me, and I'm teaching you, my son, Swambhuva Manu, you also carry on, progenate, because his and his wife, Shatarupa, they both started the progeny. They gave birth to 5 children, 3 Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti, and 2 sons, Priyavarta and Uttanapada. And then we can see further when they got married to this sage, Kardama Muni, there and there, generation sped. Generation one after this sped. But he was teaching the main thing. Don't forget, you do your duty because you need to give birth to the good children. Okay, but don't forget to practice your spiritual life. Here his blessing, in verse number 51 purport, his blessing that if you keep doing this sacrifice, you can go back to Godhead, you can realize the self-realization, plus you can enjoy the material world also. What a good deal. But if you don't have a spiritual life or spiritual knowledge, we can't either enjoy the material life and we can't either go back to Godhead. So that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Once you take up this process, everything goes in a very Vedic way. I give an example such as, if you are working, all of you are, family people, working class. When you go to job, you pay some tax. Okay? When you pay some tax, then what you do? You enjoy your money like anything. You may buy a house, you may buy a car, you can go for holidays, you can do, because you are paying tax. You are freely can go. But if you are not paying tax, can you enjoy that money? Can you enjoy? No, there is a fear in the heart. What is that fear? May taxation office, tax office people can come. They can fine us. They can figure it out. I'm not paying tax. So they will fine us. A fine could be heavy. It's up to for how many years we are not paying the tax. It could be a jail, or it could be a fine in terms of, paying the dollars, or it could be both. It's up to how serious we have done the crime, not paying the tax to the government. So similarly, when we get in a human birth means we are paying tax to whom? To Yamaraji. How? By chanting Hare Krishna. Because he knows you got the human birth, you have to do this worship to the Lord, chanting, reading, preaching, you have to do so many things. So he's notating, oh, this person is paying tax, so he will not touch you. So you can enjoy your life as per the Vedic injunction. But if you don't pay that tax, if you don't do the spiritual activity, means if you don't serve the Lord, then he will come at the end to collect the tax. And when he comes, you know how heavy it is. In Canto 6, Ajamila has said, he's been seen, and there's a mention over there, when a person is about to die, when he sees the Yamadutas, so what he does, he passes stool and urine in the bed, because they are so ferocious, they are so awful, they are so dangerous in their looking, then person, by seeing them, he passes stool and urine in the bed. Okay? And I have heard so many stories in my lifetime. There's so many people while leaving their body. I was just thinking, maybe this person is going to leave his body. He has to go to the toilet and he could not go. That's why he just passed stool and urine there. That's what I thought. But after reading this, Bhagavatam, I understood, no, they took the darshan of Yamaraj and his, servants. That's why out of fear, they passed stool and urine. But we have seen the Vaishnavas, when they passes the life, there's a big smile. There's a big smile on their face. And at the end of the day, what happened? Lord arranges or sends his devotee so they can be around that person. They chant Hare Krishna, his Mahagarland, his Tulsi, his Charnamrita, the photo of his or her spiritual master, and there's a, Prabhupada tape going on, and they peacefully lives. That is a glorious, glorious departure. That's why sacrifice has to be done. And sacrifice has been said by Prahlad Maharaj in Canto 7. What he said? What are those sacrifices? Navda Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smarnam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Sakhyam, Atma Niveditanam. There are 9 processes. But what to do with these 9 processes? Iti pumsa arpito Vishnu, bhakti chen nama lakshana. These 9 processes of bhakti has to be arpita Vishnur, to Lord Vishnu. That's called bhakti. Bhakti chen nama lakshana. That is the symptom of bhakti, not to any demigods. Clearly, chanting, hearing, whatever we do, we, hear. Now we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam for the pleasure of Lord. Okay? We are chanting for the pleasure of Lord. We are doing seva for the pleasure of Lord. We are eating prasadam for the pleasure of Lord. We are surrendering for the pleasure of the Lord. Don't think when you chant, that means you are doing for your pleasure. Prabhuji, my mind was so peaceful today. I had a very good time in my chanting. Chanting is not for your pleasure. Chanting is the pleasure of the Lord. When you chant, Krishna gets pleased. So that is the goal. Because if you keep yourself in the center, then what will happen? Today you are enjoying, tomorrow you are not enjoying. Because who is the enjoyer? Who is the Bhuktaram? Bhuktaram Yagya Tapsam Sarva Loko Maheshwaram. So Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. So let him enjoy. Whatever activity we do, like I'm speaking, so I am trying to glorify with my limited knowledge to Lord Krishna. He's within the heart, he's giving me words, he's giving me some shlokas, he's giving me what to speak next. So I am sincerely saying, my Lord, kindly bless my tongue, because because with this tongue I have criticized your devotee throughout the whole life. But please kindly bless me, so I can speak something glorify you, I can make my existence complete in this life. I don't want to come back. That's what here Brahmaji is giving the exact same answer or same instruction to his son Manu. My dear son, now you got the human form, kindly start doing sacrifices. Simple he says, whatever you do, yat karoshi, yad ajanashi, yad johoshi, dadashi yat. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you want to give charity or an austerity, give as an offering to me. Give as a complete offering to me. Then you are away from material bondage. See here Prabhupada is saying 3.10. There is a 3.9. Do you know the verse? Quite famous verse. Yagya artho karmano anyatra loko karma bandhana tadartham konteya mukta sangha samachara. That means ki whatever you are doing, if you do as a sacrifice to Lord Vishnu, so there will be no bondage in the material world. Our devotee, householder devotee, they go to work like other people. Okay? And if external person can say, oh, you people also go to IT job, doctor, engineer and pilot, and these people are also going to job, what is the difference? You say you need to surrender to the Lord, do all your activity to the Lord, but how come you are going to IT work? Yes, I am going to IT work to get the Lakshmi to build the temple, to offer my Lakshmi to the Lord, to give bhakti lifestyle to myself, to my family, and help others to grow. So you are dedicating your hard work fruits at the lotus feet of the Lord. That's why you are glorious. But other people, they are earning the money, they are going to casino, brothels, liquor bar, gambling, and other sense gratification, whatever you name so. So that's bind them again into this material world. But for us, it makes us free. Nowhere in the Srimad Bhagavatam it has been said only brahmachari, sannyasi, vanaprastha, they can go back to Godhead. No. Anybody who understands and who surrenders his or her life to the Lord, that person is going to go back to Godhead. Kibe vipra, kibe nyasi, sudra kibe noy, ei Krishna tattvasveti, sei guru hoy. Everybody can become here guru if they exactly follow the rules and regulations of their particular ashrams. Lord Brahma has been said because he was being blessed. What was he was dealing with? Because creation means you have to become passionate. He was in charge of mode of passion. And how many or what type of living entity he was going to give birth to? There's so many. Some good, some bad, some very bad, some very, very good. There's so many living entity. Why? According to their previous karma. But he was teaching everybody, wherever you are, you uplift yourself. If you are in mode of ignorance, uplift yourself. Come to mode of passion. If you are on a mode of passion, lift yourself. Come to mode of goodness. And if you are on mode of goodness, just transcendent everything. Become transcendental. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, Traigunya Vishya Veda. Nistrigunya Bhavarjuna Nirdvando Nitto Sattvastha Niryogakshemam Atmamam. That, my dear Arjun, this Vedic scripture or everything comes under three modes of material nature. If you see the whole Vedic scripture, it will tell you how to live peacefully or sinless in this material world. But Srimad Bhagavatam and such a Purana, just Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, are the only Purana that don't talk about other nonsense. Spotless. They hit the nail direct there. Even you have to transcendent mode of goodness also. Traigunya Vishwaveda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Come out of this mode of material nature, all three. Then what to do? Yogakshemam Atmavan. Become a self-realized person. And that's what Brahmaji is doing. He's saying to his son, I have become self-realized by doing austerity for many years. He was being initiated. If you see in the beginning of Canto 3, where chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, it goes like that, you will find out when Brahmaji was born and the Lord became pleased by his austerity, what he did? He injected him with Gayatri Mantra. With Gayatri Mantra. Through his flute. When he plays the flute, then the dhvani, that what do you call dhvani in English? Sound vibration. To the sound vibration, it goes into his ear and he became enlightened, injected with Gopal Gayatri. And then he became self-like, oh my God, wonderful. Let me do some seva to the Lord. Let me do some. Okay. Oh, what time do we have to stop? Till 8:30 it has to go. Okay. Yeah. So that's why he got injected. But what he did, it says in whole Srimad Bhagavatam, because what have been taught by our Indian backgrounds, seeing our parents, our grandparents, our teachers and other people, they say wherever you go to Lord, to the temple, always ask something. Always ask something. Go, Lord, give me this. There's a whole shopping list is there. But Srimad Bhagavatam, it teaches us, okay, because we are inferior, We have bound with the powerful energy of the Lord, which is Durga Devi. We cannot fight against Durga Devi. We need protection. If the child will not ask to the father for the protection, then whom that child gonna ask to? Definitely, he has a right to ask. We have a right to ask. But there is a way to ask. What is the way to ask? First, please the Lord through your service. You do something for the Lord. If you are doing something like Prabhuji is there, if I do something to him, then I have a right to ask something from him, some favor. Father is there, no doubt, without asking he will provide you, but still he wants to see how much we love him. Are we showing our gratitude? Are we showing our love? Are we showing our surrenderness to him? That part he has to see. Because there's so many children we have seen in our life, they only come to their father when there is a need to ask. Father, need a car. Father, need an iPad. Father, want to go for holiday. But apart from them, they never speak to their father. They think father is like a bank. And out of love, father gives also. But do you think it's actual love? Is that what he's really meant for? Asking. Is it not your duty to sit next to your father? To speak to him, glorify him, or do some service to him, and out of being pleased by your service, he will give you more than what you expect or what you ask for. That's what the Lord is. He's giving you everything. He's giving you breath. Okay, he's giving you food. He's giving you shelter. He's giving you so many things to enjoy this world. But do we really ask for this? We only go to the temple, or we have been to the temple only for one purpose. Lord, this, I want. But the Bhagavatam says, no problem, you go and ask, but there is a way to ask. First, learn how to glorify the Lord. There are prayers. You pick up any case study. Either is a case study of Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Kunti Devi, Bhishma, Prachetas, and whole 10th canto of all the gopis, Uddhava, Maitreya, anybody you just pick up, name it. They don't ask anything more than the devotion. First, they glorify the Lord. My Lord, only by your help, only by your mercy, I am existing in this world. Kunti said in her prayer, my Lord, my sons were about to die just in 1 day, 1 or 2 days. But only just by you were there, their side, nothing happened to them. Because I understand, and she glorified in so many ways. Kunti Stuti. Bhishma, he was playing the role of an enemy, okay, because that was his role. He was in a chivalry ras. He was giving pleasure to the Lord in a fighting spirit. That was his role. But he understands his position, that I am his servant. He glorified Lord. Dhruva Maharaj glorifies Lord. Prahlad Maharaj glorifies Lord. After that, even the Lord insists, no, I want to give you benediction. No, my Lord, I don't want. No, I want to give you benediction. Okay, Maharaj, if you want to give benediction, give me the association of your devotees. Give me the association of your devotees. So we can serve you. We can serve your devotee, who are constantly engaged in your service. So this type of prayers we have to learn, or we have to make our life perfect, because we don't know how much time do we have left. Because human birth is like that. Shadbangur Jivan ki kalika. That is like a bubble, finish. See how much, if we calculate, forget about the time frame of Lord Brahma, just calculate the time break of human time and a demigod time. Our 1 year, or our 6 months, or our 1 year is equal to their 12 hours or 24 hours. Yes? That's what the Srimad Bhagavatam gives. Only just a few planets up. What to speak about Shiva, Brahma, their time period is so long, we can't even imagine. Like we see on an earthly planet, a dog. Every living entity, 8.4 million species of life, everybody has 100 years to live. But their time frames are different. Okay, a dog also lives for 100 years. But according to our human calculation, he lives only 15, 16, 17, 18 years. But for his birth, for his species, he has lived for 100 years. Okay, cow, 22, 25 years. But for her species, she lived for 100 years. as snakes, dogs, animals, you name it. Everybody has got 100 years. And we human also got 100 years. And when we see an ant life, according to human calculation, is maximum 90 days. Or sometime if you just walk in India, you just press with your feet, you finish. Just in 1 or 2 days, she dies. But actually if she lives for 90 days. But if you see her, she's always busy carrying candies and sugar, taking from one corner and going to her hole. Have you seen it? If you eat sweet, when you throw something on the floor, the ants comes and they pick up something and they go in the hole. That's what she does her whole life. Eating, feeding family, feeling the home. And in 90 days she dies according to our human calculation. And we humans see, anyway, she has only 90 days, 3 months to live, and she is busy feeling her home. But by seeing us, demigod laughs. Our 1 year goes to 1 day, and our 90 years goes to 3 months. But if you say 3.5 months, we live according to demigod. And when they see us, for them we are like ant. We are feeling our house, bing. Oh, yeah, it's about to die. Who cares? At least let me fill my house. That's how we waste our life. That's where the demigods pray to the Lord. Kindly give me the birth on earthly planet. And when I get the birth on, I bet you that I will do the devotion in such a way that I will never come back to this material world again. That's their prayer. Demigods, we will read further word as we go. So we need to be smart enough. We need to be very, very, smart. Okay, how should we utilize our time? Okay, make sure we always associate with great Vaishnavas, serve them. Our sacrifice Prabhupada gave. What is our greatest sacrifice and austerity? Wake up early in the morning, digest prasadam, read or hear Srimad Bhagavatam, serve the Vaishnava and go back to Godhead. Simple sacrifice, and that is also we are not able to do it properly. We have so many complaints on it. Why to complain? Arjuna heard Bhagavad Gita, Kunti heard everything, but you see the calamity came upon them. Arjuna and Kunti, they never put any question on Krishna. Krishna, you taught me Bhagavad Gita whole, but what is this? Other fellow is shooting me. He just pierced my body, my arms and my chest. Everything is gone. But you said after hearing Bhagavad Gita, I will be very peaceful. No. Bhagavad Gita was spoken for one purpose, to revive your duties, both material and spiritual. 7.2 Bhagavad Gita, Jnanam te aham vijnanam idam vakshashmi ashesh spiritual. So that also we have to do. If we do both simultaneously, then we are ready to go. Because we know how much to take from the world and how much not to take from the world. Take only that much that is required to uplift your spiritual knowledge or your spiritual consciousness, and leave the other thing. Prabhupada says, now work in such a way where your soul and body can be together, and you can come back to Godhead. Only do that much work, okay? I just leave some for question answers. If you have any, please, you may ask for, or any reflection, any feedbacks. Use the microphone, Prabhu. It's here. Because its echo is there, I can't hear. It's a big hall.
No. In the last day you talk about survival of this world. The chanting of the holy name is so powerful that everyone could survive if they regularly chant the holy name.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because the Supreme Lord, Shama Sundar, you get conversations how to deal your life.
Yeah.
I mean, some devotees got it.
Yeah.
I am not saying I got it, but
to speak to Sham Sundar.
Regularly chant the holy name.
Yeah.
Because it covered everything on this planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, thank you, Prabhu. Even to speak to Sham Sundar, we need to revive some kind of qualification. And you gave the solution already. Chant Hare Krishna. Yeah. Prabhupada always says. Yeah. Definitely, because in the starting of your devotional service, we have so many things to do, like reading, chanting, serving, everything, because that all comes under devotional service. And when we become like you, self-realized person, then maybe we can speak to the Lord. Prabhupada says now, because we are young, because I'm just speaking the point of view of young people, like Prabhupada says that work now, samadhi later. So our every single step to do anything in the temple bring closer to Lord Shyam Sundar. Yeah, please go ahead.
My life in Los Angeles temple.
Your life in Los Angeles temple?
My life in Los Angeles temple since 1979. I was initiated late 1979, the beginning of 80.
Okay, so nice.
And what I have dealt with, devotees coming off the street in Los Angeles temple, it was amazing.
Yeah,
devotionally.
Definitely.
And some of these devotees right now who bloop, as a lot of people don't know the word bloop.
Bloop, yeah, we know
but
it.
in those days,
yeah.
Bloop, they came back again.
That's
and
right.
some of these devotees are in India right now preaching.
Yeah.
And they're so advanced.
Definitely.
Doing it because I get contact with them. I spend a lot of time in Vrindavan, India.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to go on and on and on.
No, thank you, Prabhu. It was a nice, comment on this, because you are practicing for nearly 5 decades. It gives us a hope, okay, because you are speaking from the heart. No, there is a way, because whatever the Bhagavatam says, I'm facing it. So we do have a hope to see in the future. Need your blessings.
One quick thing.
Yeah.
I just came back from Shri Himalayas. And what I have seen there will be in my life until this body passed away. Because we know in this life, in the human form, you will be tested.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
All your life until this
Yeah.
And hope.
Yeah. Definitely.
Do what best you have to do. And get away from it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what they have to do.
Yeah. No, definitely, Prabhu, because we need to do our best. We need to be honest with our own practice, because your devotional life will be tested at the time of death. Because no matter how much Facebook, Instagram and Reel we can make and show, create the followers, but the real thing will be tested at the time of death, because no follower will save you except one, Lord Shri Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. My question is, Prabhu, it is a standard question. As one practices certain time, right?
You have?
As one practices the devotional process for some time.
You are practicing this devotional?
As as me or many devotees practice some time, right?
Okay, many devotees, okay.
It becomes like a routine activities again. Because we will lose that back of our mind, right? The consciousness, why are we doing, and keeping that urgency within us. It becomes like one of our daily activities.
Yeah.
It's good in the sense, but still it's not, we are not there, right? We are thinking like this is another activity.
Yeah.
So, how to come out of that and keep that urgency, right? Why are we doing, keeping that consciousness within us?
So the solution, Bhagavatam itself says, Nashta Praishu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Seveya. So all the abhadras, not only this one, if you have any other abhadras, all unlimited abhadras, Nashta Praishu Abhad Nityam Bhagavata Seva. If you hear daily, hear means you be in the class, or you can hear, or you read Bhagavatam. Make Bhagavatam your best friend. Then you see the change. Even though you have come so far, billions of lifetime without Lord Krishna. So this lifetime you started. You could have done so many other materialistic activity, but now that devotional service, it is devotion, even though you know it or you don't know it. You are growing. So let it be so, like this. And as you go, you hear more, you read more, you serve more without objection. As I said, Kunti, Arjuna, they never put any finger on Krishna. Krishna, I'm your pure devotee. Why there's so many calamities? No, they never put any question. Thank you, my Lord. So in this way, my process becomes faster to go back to Godhead. So you are doing the right thing. Keep doing it. One day it will happen. At least if you are not in conscious now, but you are in consciousness one sense. That, okay, I have to go to temple, I have to set up the system, put the live thing, so the whole world can see, whole world can hear. This is a service. This is a service. This is a service to the Lord. Yeah, it will come gradually. As I said, because every spiritual, like it says in English, every bird has its limit to fly. So every spiritual practitioner has their time to see, how far they can see. If you go more, higher and higher and higher and higher in your spiritual practice, you can see the bigger picture more and more. My spiritual master, he gives an example. He says, when you are on the ground, when you are at the airport, you see only a few building blocks which are higher than you. But as soon as you get on the plane, and the plane does not fly like this, it goes like this. It goes like this. So as you grow, the building was bigger than you. You start seeing, as you go more higher and higher, you start seeing all the buildings, all everything smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And one time you say, oh, I can't see anything. So that's how the spiritual life is. As you more grow and grow, every day you are growing. You, after so many years, like 40 years, 50 years, you will start saying, oh, this thing doesn't bother me. No house, no job, nothing. I don't bother, because you are going more higher. So other things look, or it becomes so zero or small in your life that you don't bother. If they are there or not there. Brahma Bhuta, Prasanna Atma na sochti na kankshati. Neither you lament, neither or you hanker for anything. I don't need anything. Whatever I have, it is best for me, because I don't need anything. I'm going back to Godhead. Just for survive in this material world, whatever I need, I am only taking that part and leaving other things aside. That's right. Yeah. Anybody else has any question? Oh, thank you, Mataji, for your nice blessings. Okay, I think Prabhu, do you have one? Okay, so if it's not there, thank you so much for coming. And Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.